Only 22% of very small nonprofits receive any foundation grant, while 72% of larger nonprofits get funded. That means if you're running a small nonprofit, you have less than a 1 in 4 chance of securing foundation support. But here's what determines which 22% survive and thrive. 2 nonprofit directors started 3 years ago with the same dream: feeding hungry families in their community. Both applied to the same foundations. Both served the same population, but only one organization is still operating today. Sarah launched Riverside Food Pantry with $80,000 and a church basement. Her board thought she was crazy spending the first month creating volunteer manuals, financial tracking systems, and decision-making templates instead of immediately serving families. Meanwhile, Marcus opened Eastside Community Kitchen with $120,000 and bigger initial funding. He dove straight into cooking meals and building relationships with clients. No boring paperwork, just pure passion for feeding people. Last month, when the economic downturn hit both organizations, Sarah's pantry not only survived, but expanded to serve Marcus's former clients. Marcus had to close Eastside Community Kitchen permanently. When Marcus closed, 150 families lost their primary source of nutrition and social connection. 3 part-time staff members lost their jobs. The community lost a gathering place that had brought neighbors together for 2 years. The difference wasn't mission commitment or community need, it was organizational capacity. The invisible infrastructure that determines whether nonprofits survive their first major crisis.
I thought systems would slow us down from helping people. I was wrong. When the crisis hit, we had no idea how to survive it. Sarah's boring systems saved her organization.
First capacity element. When urgent decisions arise, does your organization make them quickly and confidently? Or do you get stuck in endless discussions? Here's what happened when both organizations faced the same emergency 3 weeks before Marcus closed. Both discovered their main food supplier was contaminated and had to be recalled immediately. Families were counting on weekend distributions, and both had less than 48 hours to find alternative food sources. At Eastside Community Kitchen, Marcus called an emergency board meeting for Friday evening. 7 people spent 2 hours debating options. Should they contact 3 different suppliers? What if the prices were higher? Who would make the calls? Should they postpone distribution? Could they borrow food from other pantries? By 9 p.m., they'd reached no decisions. They scheduled another meeting for Saturday morning. Marcus spent Friday night awake, knowing they might have no food to distribute. That same Thursday evening, Sarah activated Riverside Food Pantry's emergency decision process. She called the board chair with 3 questions. Do we have emergency funds for higher food costs? Can I authorize up to $2,000 to secure alternative suppliers immediately? Should I contact our partner pantries for temporary food loans? Yes, yes, and yes. By Friday morning, Sarah had secured food from 2 alternative suppliers and arranged temporary loans from partner organizations. Saturday's distribution happened on schedule. Decision-making capacity assessment, 10 points. Red zone, 3 to 5 points. Urgent decisions trigger long meetings with no clear outcomes, like Marcus's 2-hour meeting that resolved nothing. Multiple meetings required for simple choices. Opportunities missed while debating options. Yellow zone, 6 to 8 points. Decisions happen eventually, but take longer than they should. Some clarity about who decides what. Occasional delays when situations are complex. Generally functional, but could be faster. Green zone, 9 to 10 points. Clear decision-making systems enable quick, confident choices. Like Sarah's 3-question emergency protocol. Everyone knows who makes which types of decisions. Fast response to opportunities and crises. The strategic opportunity reality. 2 months before the crisis, both got calls about unexpected federal funding for innovative food programs. Same opportunity, completely different responses. Marcus was thrilled. Federal funding for community kitchens? He immediately told the caller yes and started planning how to spend the money. He'd figure out the application requirements later. 3 weeks into writing the application, Marcus discovered the program required detailed financial audits. board governance documentation, and evidence of systematic program evaluation, none of which Eastside Community Kitchen had. He spent the remaining time scrambling to create documentation that didn't exist. The application was incomplete and rejected. Sarah received the same call and asked for the application guidelines before responding. She spent one afternoon reviewing requirements with her board chair. They had financial audits, governance policies, and program tracking systems. The application would require work, but they had the infrastructure to compete. Sarah's application was funded for $85,000, money that helped her organization weather the crisis that closed Marcus's Kitchen. Second capacity element. Do your operations run smoothly whether you're there or not? And can you handle unexpected challenges? Last fall, both Sarah and Marcus had to leave town unexpectedly for family emergencies. Their organization's responses revealed everything about operational sustainability. When Marcus left for a week, Eastside Community Kitchen struggled immediately. His volunteer coordinator didn't know which suppliers to call or how much food to order. The treasurer couldn't access the organization's bank account because Marcus handled all financial transactions personally. Board members wanted to help, but had no written procedures to follow. By day 3, volunteers were calling each other asking, "What are we supposed to do?" The community kitchen served inconsistent meals all week and confused several regular clients who didn't understand the changes. When Sarah had to leave town the same week, Riverside Food Pantry operated normally. Her volunteer coordinator followed documented procedures for food ordering and distribution. The treasurer had access to accounts and clear guidelines for approved expenses. Board members knew exactly how to support operations using written protocols. Clients experienced no disruption in service. When Sarah returned, volunteers reported everything had gone smoothly. Operational Systems Assessment, 10 points. Red Zone, 3 to 5 points. Operations depend on specific people being present, like Marcus's personal control over critical functions. Confusion when key people are unavailable. Limited documentation of essential procedures. Yellow Zone, 6 to 8 points. Systems exist, but operations still depend heavily on certain individuals. Basic procedures written down for key functions. Occasional problems when important people are absent. Generally functional, but vulnerable to disruptions. Green Zone, 9 to 10 points. Operations continue smoothly, regardless of who's available. Like Sarah's documented systems and shared access. Clear procedures anyone can follow. Minimal disruption when people are unavailable. The financial transparency crisis. The funding crisis that ultimately closed Marcus's Kitchen revealed the deadly difference between financial awareness and financial management. When Marcus's main donor announced a 60% funding cut, he realized he had no idea what this actually meant. He knew they received $8,000 monthly, but had never tracked expenses systematically. Were they spending $6,000 or $10,000 monthly? He wasn't sure. Marcus spent 2 frantic weeks trying to recreate financial information from bank statements and receipts stuffed in desk drawers. By the time he understood their true financial situation, it was too late to make the adjustments needed for survival. When Sarah's foundation cut funding by 30%, she immediately knew what this meant. Her monthly financial dashboard showed they received $12,000 monthly and spent $11,200. A $3,600 funding cut meant they had 4 options: reduce expenses by $3,600, find replacement funding, use reserve funds temporarily, or reduce program frequency. Sarah presented all 4 options to her board within 48 hours of receiving the funding cut notice. They chose a combination approach that kept the organization operating while building toward replacement funding. Third capacity element. Do you systematically improve your impact or hope that working harder will solve problems? Both organizations realized their programs weren't helping people as much as they'd hoped, but their responses showed completely different approaches to improvement. Marcus noticed that the same families came to community meals week after week without their situations improving. He cared deeply about these families, but wasn't sure how to help them move toward greater food security. When volunteers suggested adding job training or budgeting classes, Marcus worried about complicating their successful community meal program. Marcus decided to focus on what they did best, providing nutritious meals and social connection. At least we're helping people in the short term, he reasoned. Sarah made the same observation about families using her food pantry for longer periods than expected. Instead of accepting this as inevitable, she surveyed clients to understand why families weren't achieving food security. She discovered many needed help with meal planning, budgeting, and job searching, not just groceries. Sarah partnered with the Employment Office and Financial Counseling Service to offer monthly workshops at the pantry. Families could address multiple needs in one location. Learning and Adaptation Assessment, 10 points. Red Zone, 3 to 5 points. Programs operate the same way they were originally designed. Like Marcus, maintaining familiar approaches despite limitations. Limited changes based on evidence of what works better. Hope that current methods will eventually produce desired outcomes. Yellow Zone, 6 to 8 points. Some program improvements based on experience and feedback. Occasional adjustments when problems become obvious. Staff and client input sometimes influences program changes. Willingness to evolve, but could be more systematic. Green Zone, 9 to 10 points. Systematic learning drives continuous program improvements. Like Sarah's client survey and partnership approach, regular assessment of whether programs achieve intended outcomes. Evidence-based modifications to maximize effectiveness. The Community Impact Reality Check. 6 months after implementing changes, the differences in long-term impact became undeniable. Marcus's community kitchen continued providing excellent meals and social connection, but families remained food insecure. When economic pressures forced the organization to close, many clients lost their primary source of nutrition and social support, with no alternative resources developed. The closure affected not just current clients, but demonstrated how programs focused solely on immediate service, however excellent, remain vulnerable when they don't build toward lasting solutions. Sarah's integrated approach showed different results. Families who attended workshops alongside using the food pantry achieved greater food security over time. As people developed skills and connections, many needed less assistance, freeing resources to serve families facing temporary crises. When the funding crisis hit, Sarah's program not only survived, but expanded to serve families from Marcus's closed kitchen because they'd built sustainable systems that created lasting change. Capacity Health Revelation. Add up your 3 scores for your complete Capacity Health Assessment out of 30 points. Sarah's final Capacity Health score, 26 out of 30, solidly in the green zone for healthy, sustainable operations. Marcus's final score, 12 out of 30, red zone for critical risk. Your Capacity Health score, red zone, 10 to 16 points. Critical risk, foundation building mode. Like Marcus in his early days, you're running on passion but need systems immediately. Your organization is at critical risk during any crisis. Focus on your lowest scoring area first. Yellow zone, 17 to 23 points. Vulnerable, growth preparation mode. You have solid basics with clear vulnerabilities. You're positioned to grow sustainably if you systematically address your gaps. Green zone, 24 to 30 points. Healthy, leadership and mentoring mode. Like Sarah's organization, you have exceptional capacity. You're positioned to scale impact, weather crises, and mentor emerging organizations. Share your Capacity Health score below, but more importantly, connect with others at your level. Red Zone organizations can learn from Yellow Zone successes. Yellow Zone leaders can model Green Zone innovations. Everyone benefits when the entire sector strengthens together. Strong capacity means nothing if your programs don't actually help people achieve lasting change. Next up, discovering whether your solid foundation supports programming that transforms lives or just provides temporary relief. Download your own 30-point capacity scorecard right now to see where you land. Green, yellow, or red. Link in description.